Yo. What up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is DJ Switch, and tonight we're playing some more Power Wash Sim, and I have new lo-fi for you all. So we're gonna get to the lo-fi. We're gonna get to the new lo-fi track in just a little bit. But the folks at Curaga dropped a new single today. There's a new Deltarune album coming that covers chapters 3 and 4. And should be rad. I have not heard the new single, so I'll be hearing it for the first time on stream as well. So we can all look forward to that. In the meantime, we've got some power washing. Love how you're the avatar in the game. Yeah. Checking their nails. Well, before we get too far, we do have a streetcar that needs washing, and I don't imagine this is going to take too terribly long. That's an old-timey streetcar. All right. Well, we got the high-level washer. Oh, we also don't have any sound effects. There we go. Washer seems like it's doing the trick without soap. We'll just keep pushing forward with this particular method. Also, hello, Snowhole. I assume you are still at work. It's Friday. Hopefully you had a good Friday today. No, had the morning shift today. Oh, nice. Stopped a shoplifter on my break. Oh, damn, son. Like, did you tackle him NFL style, or did you have, like, what do you mean by stopped a shoplifter? That can mean a lot of things, I think. There we go. I'm kind of curious to hear this story, actually. And also, was it a shoplifter at your store or another store? Because I know you're in a big-ass mall. You got a lot of stores there. Closed doors? Oh, wow. Okay, I guess we're closing the doors. Each individual door hinge? Really? Okay. Individual door hinge. I was at the little convenience store inside the mall and caught the person next to me hiding multiple boxes of Mountain Dew in his jacket. Or multiple bottles, excuse me, of Mountain Dew in his jacket. So I took him to the counter and had him empty his pockets. That's a tough one, because like right now a lot of people are struggling with you know, food stamps, that kind of thing. On the other hand, if you're gonna shoplift some groceries to survive, bottles of Mountain Dew from a mall convenience store is probably not the move. I guess we're just gonna clean the inside of the streetcar now instead of the outside. I mean, we'll circle back to the outside for sure, but sticking with the inside for now. Man, this whole week got weird on me. It was supposed to be kind of a chill week, but then like I had some calls and some meetings and some stuff going on and some plans for after the new year. Just all kinds of stuff, man. Like it was a weird week. And then of course next week is the holiday stuff, so like it's gonna maintain a base level of weirdness probably through the next like 2 weeks. Still not sure what's happening with my New Year's, but fingers crossed it's not much, because I certainly don't expect much to be happening with my New Year's. A little something from Undertale Volume 2. This is Save Point getting kind of jazzy with it. I think we go over here next, maybe. Just keep working our way around, I suppose. I can't tell which parts are like attached. Like I can't tell if that wood trim is a separate piece or if the walls are all one, like all the yellow parts are attached in a single piece, or if the yellow and green, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the green is probably one section and then the yellow is another section, but then the green should have popped by now. And I didn't. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, see, the yellow and green are attached. They're two different colors, but they're one section as far as the game is concerned. So I got to watch out for that. This is some high level competitive power wash simulator. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And by beat the best, I mean power wash the best or something. I don't know how that goes. Power Wash Sim 2 versus edition, right? You know what actually would be kind of fun? Hear me out on this. But this is like I'm not even kidding. I think this actually would be really fun. What if they had like, you ever play Super Puzzle Fighter? It's kind of like a puzzle version of Street Fighter where you solve you play the puzzle. First of all, get you a copy of Super Puzzle Fighter. If you haven't had a chance to play it, it is an absolute classic. Street Fighter characters, but it's like it's kind of like Dr. Mario, where you like match the colors. What platforms? Oh, hell if I know. I mean, I originally played it on the PS1 at my girlfriend's house in high school 25 years ago. I think they released it for the Dreamcast. I know they released it for other PlayStations, both digitally and physically. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's on these days. As a matter of fact, that was one of those games that I wanted to look and see if I could find it physical for Switch. Because if they released a physical of Puzzle Fighter for Switch, that's one that I for sure would like to own. Because that is a classic game. And it's one that a lot of people slept on. A lot of people didn't realize it was a thing. I don't even know how the hell my girlfriend found it, or like where, like where she got a copy of it, but it showed up in her PlayStation one day, and we all got super addicted to it. We all being like, you know, our friend group in high school, which consisted of my girlfriend and several of her friends and myself and a couple other people. And we just kind of would rotate 3 or 4 at a time in and out of the basement hangout spot where the PlayStation was. But yeah, we played a lot of Super Puzzle Fighter. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. But anyway, great game. And my vision, to get back to it, my vision is to do like a puzzle fighter version of Power Wash Sim. So like every time you clear a thing, it like would drop blocks on your opponent. Similar to like Battle Tetris. But instead of clearing lines in Battle Tetris, you clear objects on a Power Wash level. Does that make sense? It's available for Switch. Physical or digital? Because I'm pretty sure I at least saw the digital version. Digital? Yeah. $1.99. Sounds about right. Yeah. $2 for the Switch eShop. That sounds correct to me. But I stand by what I said. I still think it's a great game. They did like an HD remake a few years back, so like they updated the graphic fidelity and stuff. But it's still very like, you know, pixely, and the Street Fighter characters are all that kind of chibi style where they have the big heads and the tiny bodies, so they look extra cute. I don't know. It wasn't like the art style's fine, I guess. But really it was the gameplay for me that was like super addicting, all the way back when. And so anytime I've had a chance to like sit down to a copy of it and play a bit, like I've always had a good time with it. That's one of those that's definitely like held up over the years. I realize I sound a bit like an old man, but hey, for $2, absolutely worth it. Like without question, absolutely worth $2. As the saying goes, it's a steal at twice the price. I need to acquire a Switch. I mean, you should be able to find a used one for a decent price in good shape since the Switch 2 is out. Although the Switch 2 is hella pricey, so maybe the used Switch consoles aren't really that readily available yet. I have no idea. I have my launch edition Switch, and then I have Like I literally bought it. I bought it secondhand. I bought it. It was like I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace from a guy, but it was like sealed. It was sealed. So it was like, it wasn't used. It was just, he bought 2 of them and then sold it to me for like $20 over retail, which was super nice of him. He wasn't trying to scalp it. He literally just bought a second one thinking that he and his girlfriend were going to both want one. And then they just ended up sharing one. So I got one of like the very first Switch consoles, the very first week that it launched, back in 2017. So I still have that one. But my wife also bought me an upgraded Switch OLED, and that's my primary Switch console these days, is my Switch OLED. I want to get a Switch 2. It's expensive as hell, and money is, not that readily available right now. Although my 2026 is already starting to shape up pretty good, so we'll see how that turns out in the near future. But in the meantime, if you can find a Switch 1 for a reasonable price, I'd say grab it, because there is a metric shit ton of games available for the Switch 1. You could spend a long time going through a big library of physical games for that thing and still never get all of them. I'm trying to be patient with this, but this seems unnecessarily complicated for the inside of a streetcar. Although this old-timey streetcar vibe is kind of cool though, with the wood console and the old brass steering wheel and all the old controls. Look at these cool old streetcar controls. Early 1900s electronics. I would love to take that for a spin. Yeah. I mean, I'd go for a ride. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to run the thing. I'm trying to get... I remember an episode of Mr. Rogers and he took one for a spin. Oh yeah. Well, he had that little trolley car, like the model in the opening for his show. So I think he had kind of a special interest in like street cars and trolley cars. Would not surprise me in the slightest. What I'd really like to know, because I know the Mr. Rogers is a sniper thing is like a myth, right? Like I know that's an urban legend that was proven, like it's been disproven for years. But I'd like to know who started that. I'd be fascinated to find out more about like where that came from and how that became a thing in the pre-internet days. Like, why did everybody just sort of like assume that Mr. Rogers was this like decorated sniper with tattoos all over his arms, and that's why he had to wear the long sleeve sweaters? Which, by the way, none of that is true. I don't know if he ever served in the military, but the whole like decorated sniper with a high kill count or whatever, or like somebody said something about like he was a decorated sniper, but he had like the highest kill count of any sniper in U.S. history up until like recently. I think that's how the rumor went, but again, it was just a rumor, and like I believe it was largely disproven. But the thing with Bob Ross where he had pet squirrels, that was 100% true. In fact, they even have footage of him with his, like, on his TV show with the little squirrel in his pocket. He was an ordained minister? Very possibly. Hold, please. Apologies for the short break. I saw a notification about something. I had to kind of do a quick Google just to confirm. But it's nothing that we need to get into here. It's not important. Okay, that's the main ceiling section. Then I just need to get this stuff here. Let's get the lights. Then we get the windows. Yeah, okay. We could probably just go like that. Yeah, get basically all of it in one swoop. Well, that was easy. Yeah, this power washer is kind of overkill for this close quarter stuff, but because this is like the pro washer or whatever. But just means that it's gonna go faster and then we can move on to another level. Okay, so there's that. There's all of that. The doors are interesting. These are going to be, I think, tough to finish. I don't know if it's like I need to finish the inside first and then I can do the outside, or how I go about like making sure that I get all of it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's the pole. Let's get the floors. Should be nice and easy. Let's make a second pass here. All right. Okay. Let's see, we got a lamp there. We got a lamp here. Can't tell. I can see the stuff glowing on the outsides of the windows because obviously I haven't been outside yet, really. But I got to figure out where the inside stuff is. Feel like I see the door. Like there's some stuff on the doors still. Checking. I think that's most of the inside pretty much. All right, so let's step outside and we're going to work on the outside here. All right, doors. There's window, there's door. Window, door. Window, door. Window, door. Okay. That was easy. We'll knock out this step since we're here. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I ever heard about him being an ordained minister, but that makes more sense to me than the military thing. Just because, like, Mr. Rogers is like famously a pacifist. Like, dude, like that's his whole thing, right? Like, so, him being a religious person makes more sense to me than him being a trained soldier. Although he may have served in the military at one point, when he was like younger, before he got into, you know, children's TV production. But I have no idea. I do know that I still have not been able to watch that Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie. The trailer messed me up so bad that I was like, nah, I can't watch this. I watched so much of his show growing up as a kid. Like, he just meant the world to me, along with, you know, a lot of other kids. And so, I still haven't been able to bring myself to really sit down and watch the like proper documentary they released after he passed, let alone the biopic that Tom Hanks was in. I'd like to at some point. I just haven't. Take care of the stair, and then door should be quick work. Yep. Door, window. Door, window. Door, window. Window, door. Okay. Easy. Get that molding on the train. Get the windows. This Pro Washer is making pretty light work of this thing, honestly. Should be done in no time. Okay, and then we'll just get the rest of this. You know, honestly, what I could do is like this. Safety bumper? Okay, sure. Tom found out that he's a distant relative of Mr. Rogers. Oh, interesting. Are they like fourth cousins or something? Did the door go? There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was weird. Great grandparent was the common relative. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's funny. They're doing all this genealogy stuff now, where they're like tracing people's, heritage and looking into like their deeper familial connections and stuff. It's interesting to find out like how many people are connected in ways that they weren't expecting to, celebrities, other celebrities, different streetcar. The streetcar's name is Desiree. Flawless. No notes. That's so good. Oh, I forgot that section of the ceiling in there. I gotta go back in there and do that. Well played, developers. That is exactly the kind of pop culture pun that I've come to expect from the folks who make this game. It was very, very good. The streetcar's name is Desiree. Oh, man. It's so stupid. But I love it. Where was that section? In here? Yeah, okay. No, hang on. Wait. There we go. I can do this. I know how the water pistol thing works. There we go. Got it. Okay, so door jam. We're gonna go here. Don't forget, at some point tonight, we got to check out the brand new track from the folks at Curaga. I also need to be doing a better job of promoting this stream, I think. I've been neglecting it quite a bit, the whole like stream promo thing. And I think I need to be doing a better job of that. That's one of the things sort of on my to-do list for the new year. Not really a New Year's resolution so much as I've been working on other projects and focusing more of my time and energy on my creative work and my video output is one of the things on my to-do list. But we will get there when we get there. It was like an air filter box or something. What is that? I don't even know what that is. That's one of the other things. Like, when I do levels like this, I learn very quickly how much I don't know about how things like this work, right? Like I've never like been in a position to sit down and learn the major parts and workings of a, you know, early 1900s streetcar. I also like I got kind of the same thing going on when I did Doc Brown's train or like the standard train in the first Power Wash sim. I didn't like, I was like scrubbing parts of the train, realizing, oh shit, I never thought about like, where did the hydraulic pistons go? And where did the, you know, like, how does this work? Oh, man, it is for sure Friday. I am feeling it. Most of my favorite stuff that I watch on YouTube comes out on Saturdays. So like, I will spend the first like half of my Saturday, as long as I don't have anything going on, like I don't have any events or anything, like I will easily spend the first half of my Saturday just laying in bed watching YouTube. But I do have some stuff I'm playing catch up on this week, or this weekend rather. Including some stuff around the house I got to do. My wife and I have been talking about trying to get the house ready for the holidays, which I realize it's a little bit late in the season to get started on that, but you know, we've been busy. So this weekend I want to try to get some of that stuff sorted out, and then I also I have some paperwork stuff that I've been sitting on. So I've got paperwork stuff I got to do. Probably spend some time in here in the office tomorrow, like just play catch up on paperwork. I keep forgetting to do it. I feel like I should be using this. This is weird. It's like on an angled surface, so like I have to keep the angle right, or otherwise it's gonna slip off. Okay, back to this. All right, let me get this roof sorted, and then we can move on to the next one. I had a feeling this streetcar wasn't going to take that long, and for the most part, I was right. Like this is really, like, in the big picture, we knocked this thing out in what? I mean, 45 minutes, give or take. I mean, granted, we're not quite done with it yet, but. Let's see if I can figure out where the next. Oh, it's underneath. Oh yeah, there we go. That part, and then where's the other thing up under here? There's a wheel. Oh, there's a wheel over there. Oh, a couple of wheels. Okay, well, I guess I missed this whole section. My bad. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Okay, we got the motor, which I think is this box in the middle. Yep. Then we have a door arch and a wheel frame suspension. Oh, okay, that's the suspension. And then where's the door arch? Must be this one right here. See if we can figure. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Job done. Streetcar named Desiree. That's such a good name. I don't know who made that call at the dev office to call their streetcar Desiree, but that is fantastic. If they had named it Desire, they probably would have run the risk of a lawsuit. Well, what have we here? This is a salvage house. So this is the house where Karen's staying. They call themselves the Guardians of the Forest. To say it's all a bit eccentric is an understatement, but you have to respect the ingenuity of anyone who can knock up something like this from a repurposed treehouse and an aircraft they dredged up from a nearby lake. Karen's definitely onto something, so I'm going to stay for a while to help out with her investigation. As you know, though, I have my standards. I'm sure they'll all appreciate the place getting a deep clean. Okay, so we are going to clean a salvage house. Huh. All right then. We got an airplane, wing. Guess we'll start with one wing and then work our way to the other one or something. I don't know. I guess I got to get it up on the top there. Well, there's that. Yeah, okay. So there's those sections, but like, I think I need to get maybe like all the way up top to be able to get some of the really like, yeah, okay. Well, shoot. Oh, scissor lift. Perfect. Let's put it like, I don't know, put it like here. Let's see if we can get all the way up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got one wing. Since we're up here, might as well get the top of this other one, and then we can jump down and work on the rest of it. I'm going to try to get as far as I can with this. And I think it's just about 8 o'clock. I think in about 30 minutes. Yeah, I think closer to 8:30 we're gonna take a listen to the brand new track from Curaga. It's this brand new Deltarune song that from their upcoming Deltarune 3+4, which covers chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune. They've released chapter 2. Which I don't know if they did a chapter 1 or if it's just like chapter 2 plus a couple songs from chapter 1, or if chapter 1 didn't have much in the way of music. I don't know. I don't know what the story is there. Actually, that's kind of interesting. I should probably ask them, like, hey, what's the deal with the Delta Room stuff, you know? Because I'm sure there's an explanation. I just am ignorant of the lore of the game. You know, never mind the soundtracks of a game I've never played. I've heard Deltarune's good. I'm not knocking it. I just never got around to playing it. And it's one of the ones that I'd really like to. Frankly, I'd like to collect it for the Switch. That's another one. That one, Hollow Knight, Undertale, all Switch games that I never got a chance to play, but I would really like to. There's also several Mario titles that I want to collect for the Switch that I never got my hands on. So that's kind of the other like thing on my to-do list, is to try and get my hands on some good Mario titles. The nice thing with the Mario titles is there should be plenty of them available out there. Like, they were pretty dang popular, you know, as people start trading in more and more Mario titles and stuff. I'm just bummed that they, you know, the Mario stuff's never on sale, so you can never really find it for cheap. But I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes they do like post-holiday sales and stuff to clear out inventory. Maybe I can score something on a good deal if I catch it at the right time. I think that's gonna do it for wing number 2. Might as well get started on this deck. That's deck with an E, by the way. Please don't clip that and take it out of context. Clip what? Yeah, exactly. There we are. This stairwell is interesting. This little landing, and then another stairwell up to another landing, and then you're on the main porch. I like the design, honestly. Like, I understand what they're going for. They're like, you know, repurposing an old crashed airplane and whatever. But I dig it. It's got very Neverland vibes, like Hook, like from Hook, or like yours. What was that movie? There was like an old ass movie where they were like marooned on an island and they had to like build a shelter and basically like live out their lives on this island, isolated from civilization. I don't remember what the hell that movie was called. Ugh. No, not Lord of the Flies. And not Castaway. Castaway was just Tom Hanks and a volleyball hanging out for 2 hours. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Also, I don't think I've ever seen Lord of the Flies. It just, didn't interest me when I was a kid. And that's about, I was a pretty young kid when that movie came out. So I just don't think I don't think Lord of the Flies was ever really on my radar. Like, I know what it is. I know, like, I don't know what it is, but I know, like, kind of what it is. I'm not completely deaf to the pop culture around me, so I understand some references and stuff. Speaking of Undertale, a little something from Undertale Volume 1. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This thing should... There it goes. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Once you wash all the crap off of it, this natural wood color is gorgeous. And I love the two-tone. If you look at how it's got the darker wood for the railing and then the lighter wood for the flooring and the stairs. Like, I love that look. It feels a lot more intentional, and like that mixed wood vibe, like there's something really nice to me about mixing the darker and lighter wood tones. Technically, with these columns, you've got a third tone because this is more of like a burnt orange or like a burnt amber. Okay, there's that. this like a 4th wood tone? I think it is. So now we have 4 different colored woods to make this deck. I mean, functionally, I'm sure it's the same as if you had just built the whole thing out of the same wood. Like, there might be some slight differences between the like hardness of the different woods and stuff, but like for the most part, you know, this whole thing's made of wood. It just kind of is what it is. Get the tops of these. Should clear them no problem. And then as soon as I'm finished with these stairs, I think I'm going to take a quick intermission. Let me just knock this out. Okay, and then we got to just clean that up a little bit. All right, give me a second, y'all. Enjoy some lo-fi, and I'm going to be right back. All right, y'all, let's get back to it. We have most of this stairwell done. It's a little bit of a weird angle. But I will make it work. What is that? Oh, it's the landing gear. That's why is the landing gear there? It's like decorative. That's weird. But okay, sure. We have a landing gear for an entry, decorative entry piece. I think I need to get the underside probably. And the inside, apparently. Yep, there's that underside I was talking about. There might be... Oh, no? Okay, maybe not. I was thinking maybe like the backside, but I couldn't remember if I got that or not. Apparently on that one I did, but on this one I didn't. Yeah. Okay, got that one. Let's try to get these posts. Best we can. Okay. Got it. Let's get this big old guy. We're at 813. Okay, yeah. I still want to shoot for 830. We'll do that. We'll stop and listen to that track. I want to listen through it properly too, because like I said, I haven't heard it yet, so we're all gonna hear it at the same time together, and then y'all can get my real-time thoughts on it. But that's coming up at 8:30, so make sure you stick around for that. I don't know, man. Like, I guess people aren't as into watching me play Power Wash Sim as they were Stardew or something. I don't know. Part of me kind of misses the old request show for sure, but this is just what I'm doing now. I'm doing lo-fi stuff now. I'm playing cozy games, and it's gonna be the kind of thing that I think, I don't want to say too much, but I think it's gonna be even more relevant next year. That I've been sticking with the lo-fi stuff and sticking with the cozy game stuff. I'm seeing and hearing of some opportunities to be able to discuss both lo-fi music and cozy gaming and like content creation around that. So it'll be interesting to be able to talk about that with an audience, possibly in the future. But again, I don't want to say too much, because there's a lot that's still up in the air. Like, it would just, there's a lot of decisions that haven't been like finalized yet. So it's it just doesn't make any sense to talk about it yet, because it's just not there yet. But we'll get there, and then I'll get to tell y'all all about it, and I'll be very excited when I get to tell y'all about it, because it means I don't have to, you know how that stuff goes. But I for sure have some stuff in my wish list that's going to play well with this particular stream format next year. Like, definitely like a cozy game and lo-fi kind of vibe for a lot of the stuff that's on my wish list. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that was supposed to come out late 2025 got pushed back to 2026. So like, there's several games that I'm actively waiting on that I have not seen a release for yet. Actually, one of them, we played the demo. That game Solar Punk still isn't out yet. And I think it was supposed to originally be out by end of 25, but now it's been pushed back again. But when the full version of Solar Punk comes out, I am definitely playing that one again. That demo was way too fun. And the style, and the vibe of that game, Solar Punk, is so nice. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to Witchbrook, which is kind of a different animal. It's a little bit of like a, you're a witch or a wizard, and you're going to magic school. But it's all very like Stardew Valley, like low poly artwork and isometric, 2.5D RPG style maps and shit. So yeah, I don't know. I think it could be cool. We played Mika and the Witch's Mountain, which, man, what a gem of a game that was. I still had Mika and the Witch's Mountain installed up until recently. I think I recently cleared some space on my hard drive to make room for some other things. But I still had Mika and the Witch's Mountain installed, even though I hadn't played it in months. Because I kept telling myself I wanted to go back to it. Because like it really was that fun. It was such a good little game. But I didn't get there. Was that the FedEx Witch game? Yes. Yeah. Switch's delivery service. It was Kiki's delivery service, the video game, basically. But yeah, Mika and the Witch's Mountain is what it's actually called. And man, that was a fun little game. I really enjoyed that one. The vibe was perfect. It was like a little bit challenging in some parts, but not too challenging. And it was fun to just kind of float around on your broom and do stuff, I really wish we'd be able to get like a sequel to that, or maybe some DLC, like some add-on content that they could bolt on the back end, maybe for like an anniversary release or something. I don't know. I mean, I kind of doubt that'll ever happen, but it's nice to think about at least, because I mean, whether it happens or not, I am for sure a fan of that game. Just lovely unsung gem that I got to play this year. So yeah, I enjoyed Mika and the Witch's Mountain. I'm really looking forward to Solar Punk. I'm really looking forward to Witchbrook. There was a couple other ones that I saw that I added in my wish list. I don't have my Steam wish list open in front of me right now, so like I can't go through one by one, obviously, but There's several good games coming out next year or supposedly coming out next year that I'm really looking forward to. We are 10 minutes out, by the way. We have 10 minutes until we are going to take a quick break to check out the brand new track from Curaga Records. We've got some brand new Deltarune Lo-Fi that just got released today, and I haven't heard it yet. So we're going to go check it out. We're going to listen to it together. You're going to get my initial impressions in real time, and then I'll add it to the master playlist and get back to doing the game. So I think it should be good. I think we should have some fun. Okay, let's see. Okay, slowly chipping away at this outer deck. We still haven't really touched the main house yet. We're just still kind of plugging away at all these like underbeams and deck structure. Witch X, we'll get it there magically. I like Witch PS. What can Broom do for you? Or actually, you know, instead of Witch PS, we could go with Brew PS. We want to race the broom. People love the broom. Yeah, I think that's one of the goofier puns I've come up with. And what's funny to me anyway, is that I didn't put a lot of thought into it. It was just right there. I was like, because I was trying to think of the slogan. Like there's a slogan for most of these delivery companies. I don't know what FedEx's slogan is, but I know UPS is what can Brown do for you. Dale Jarrett, the NASCAR driver, had UPS as a sponsor. He was in ads where people asked him if it was going to race the UPS truck. They absolutely should. There should be like a charity event. Like one weekend out of the year, there should be a charity event where the major parcel carriers compete for like as a charity drive. And I mean drive in every sense of the word, right? Like it would be really funny to me if they organized some kind of like charity race around the track between like a FedEx van, a UPS van, like one of those post office trucks, the little boxy ones. His retirement season, he did an ad where he finally got into a souped up UPS truck and drove it. Awesome. That's great. Honestly, I wouldn't even want them to be souped up or modified in any way. I want like a standard UPS truck versus a standard FedEx truck versus a standard DHL truck versus like an equivalent postal service van. And then like one of those Rivian Amazon vans. That honestly, the Rivian would probably just smoke all of them because it's electric. But it would be really funny if they did like a charity event and had UPS, FedEx, DHL, the post office, and then like Amazon. No electric, just gas. You could do something similar with like those fast food delivery apps, like Grubhub and DoorDash. You could host a race between Grubhub and Postmates and DoorDash and Uber Eats, and then have them all so those companies would have to pay to enter the race. And it'd be a charity split. So like the race organizers would be able to make something off the race, but then like they would split it, at least 60-40, with 60 going to charity. Those drivers wouldn't know where to go without GPS. Well, I mean, it depends on the track. If you co-opt a standard NASCAR track, you just have to go up there and hang a left. And then another left, and then another left, and then another left. Oh, if they need GPS, they can do rally driving where you have the navigator in the passenger seat. Can you imagine a rally race against like fast food delivery services for charity? That actually would be kind of sick. You've got a bunch of rally cars that represent DoorDash and Uber Eats and Postmates and all them. Can't use the NASCAR track. That was part of the lawsuit. I don't follow. What do you mean? How is that part of the lawsuit? Ugh. Oh, there's a swing under here. It's made out of airplane seats. Awesome. I'll get back over to that side in a second. I want to try to finish this beam here. Come on. Why is this not triggering? There it goes. Okay, so we got that. We got that. What am I seeing over here? I'm seeing little bits of stuff in between the seams. Can I see it from up here? Oh yeah, there's yeah, okay, there's still stuff up here. I really haven't been paying attention to the top side. I've been focused down below. The lawsuit had two parts. Part A dealt with the teams. Part B was to determine how NASCAR used its power to squash competition. NASCAR owns the majority of the tracks, and so it has say about what is allowed to race on it. Okay. But I still don't understand how that defeats somebody from like organizing a charity event on a NASCAR track. Like, wouldn't you just need to get NASCAR's permission? Like, if they don't give permission, then they don't give permission. But I don't see how that would affect the charity event one way or another, as long as permission is granted by the whoever owns the track. I mean, if they don't give you permission to do the thing, then you can't use the track regardless of what track it is or who owns it. So they don't give permission in the event NASCAR sees it as possible competition. Well, I mean, there again, that's why it would need to be a charity thing. Like, I'd be down to partner with NASCAR for something like that. It makes sense. We'd have to figure out what the terms of that partnership would look like, though, because, charity and whatnot. But I mean, it's all completely hypothetical, because, like, and not to completely burst the illusion wide open, but I am not looking to organize any charity events right now. As a matter of fact, I'm looking to pare down the amount of charity events that I've been doing. So there is a non-zero chance that I will have somewhat less charity events next year, just because of the way that my schedule is shaping up. But after a lot of years of raising a lot of money for a lot of good causes, I feel confident that I'm, that I've done enough work to warrant making adjustments to my schedule without feeling guilty about it. I'm not gonna stop doing charity events like that. I don't want you to read that as me not doing charity events at all anymore. I want to be more selective, I think, of which events that I continue to work with. And that doesn't just, and I don't mean just the charity events. I mean, events at large. I have some things that I have available as services that I can offer. But generally speaking, it's one of those things where, like, I gotta kind of narrow down my focus a little bit so that I can get some traction and make some movement. Because ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do next year is make some adjustments so that I can get some forward momentum with what I'm trying to do with my career. Because forward momentum, like, nothing's going to happen if I don't move forward. Events that maximize you? Yeah. I mean, yeah, more of those would be great. But even, like, it doesn't even have to maximize me. It just needs to be a little bit more worth my time. And either in terms of, like, the financial side of it or in terms of the sort of networking and expansion side of it? Because that's one of the things with me is like part of the reason why I'm selling Curaga vinyl at these tabling shows that I've been doing. Like Geek the Halls a couple weeks ago, I was tabling at Geek the Halls. And part of the reason why I did Geek the Halls is because I really wanted to be able to kind of like chat and meet people and network with people. And I can't really do that from the turntables. So I take a big banner and I take a stack of records and I put the records up for sale. I put the banner that shows who I am and what I'm doing. Got the invite for a second round of interviews today. Hey, Snowhole, congrats. Oh, we are way past 8:30. I'm gonna pause this real quick, actually. And right on time, we are listening to some Deltarune. So give me a second. Let me get that track up. Okay. All right, here's the brand new one. I have not heard it before. It's called It's TV Time from Deltarune chapters 3+4. That artwork is stellar. This is pretty chill. Interesting. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like the track. It's a little more traditional lo-fi than I usually get out of Save Point. Save Point really likes the jazzy stuff, and I think it's one of the reasons why I connect with Curaga so well. Is that so much of it is a little bit more upbeat, a little more energy to it than like your typical sleepy lo-fi stuff. This leans a little more traditional. Pretty good. Pretty good. If that's the kind of thing that we can expect from the new Deltarune 3+4 that's going to be coming out soon, from my friends at Curaga, like obviously they're right on par with the rest of the catalog. It's going to just kind of fit right in there with the other Deltarune stuff. Their Deltarune chapter 2 is so good. Like, yeah. Snowhole says very nice. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a nice track. I want a little more energy. I don't know if it fits the track though. I don't know much about the track. That's the one problem I have, is that I don't have a good reference point for the game because I never played the game. So like, I only kind of know, I'm only kind of going off of what I hear, but what I hear is lovely. And I don't really have any major notes. I mean, it all sounds good to me. perfectly well done lo-fi VGM track, and I've added it to my master playlist. So it should rotate in every now and then with the rest of the stuff that I'm playing. But let's go ahead and get back to that master playlist, and we're going to get back to our Power Wash sim. One more time, that was It's TV Time from Deltarune Chapters 3+4, the upcoming Deltarune album from my friends at Curaga. Yeah, good stuff. Now we got a little Celeste to take us into the rest of the stream. Oh, man. Okay. Celeste is another one of those games that I've heard nothing but good things about. I really need to play this. Also, as I was listening to the track, my incredible wife just handed me a fresh tea. So now I've got some delicious tea to enjoy. Is this that caramel apple stuff again? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's good. Oh man, that's so good. She told me though that I guess it's a little hard to come by, so we might not get it again, which is a bummer because it's so good. But if it's tough to find or if it's a little too expensive, then I get it. I don't know. Do we have to go inside? No, I guess we're just doing the outside. So we should be able to knock the rest of this out during the stream today. So once we get done with this level, I think we'll call it good for the stream, which means we might be cutting her just a little early today, but that's okay. It's Friday. We all got a weekend ahead of us. I don't mind getting a jump on it. Shoot, there's a whole mess of stuff up there. Well, we still haven't got the roof, and we still haven't got the airplane, really. We got the back end of the airplane, but not the front, so... I mean, we got a minute. We're not going anywhere yet. Ugh, weekend. Well, some of us still enjoy our weekends. At least when I'm not working. Weekends are kind of when most of my events happen, so, you know. My weekends tend to swing from one extreme to the other. I either have way too much going on or not nearly enough. And never in between. Shoot. Let's get this thing. And let's bring it over here. Oh, I got a lot of stuff down here I need to be working on too. Get as much of these log sections as I can. So once I go up on the scissor lift, I should be able to get the higher angle to get the rest of it. Let's get what I can from down here. There we go. Let's see if we can get this knocked out. Oh, backside. Yeah. Should do it. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh yeah, this top section needs to get scrubbed. There we go. Okay, we got the underside here, then we got this big center post. Let's start with the center post, I guess. And then we absolutely 100% for sure need to get that swing that's made of airline seats. Let me get this center post, then I'll move on to the swing. Right over there. Center post. Now we got the seats. It's nice that I don't have to change up the pressure or the or pull out the soap too much, because this pro washer is like high enough pressure that I don't really need any of that for most stuff, which is really convenient, because then I only have to make the pass once, and generally speaking, it tends to come out pretty okay. Sometimes I gotta, you know, make a second pass or whatever, but let's get the chains, get these chains. Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? No one can take your mind except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. Someday somebody's gonna turn around and make you want to say goodbye. But you know, things will change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. That, get that. Did I get both seats? Do believe I did. Not seeing anything on the seats light up, so I think we're good. All right, shit. Well, that was easy. Seats are missing the button. not those kind of seats. It's the older style where you lift the handrest or the armrest, and the armrest is actually a lever that allows you to recline the seat. I don't know if that was ever actually a thing. I totally made all that up. But it could have been. How am I supposed to request more booze from the flight attendant mid-flight? That's the button up above. I thought you were talking about the button on the side that lets you recline. I understand now. That was my mistake. I was thinking of the wrong button. Go. That one. I think this corner is like one of the last ones I have to do. And then obviously I've got all that to do too, but I'm trying to get at least like the main corners of the structure. I guess I got some over here too. $2027, they'll let you Bluetooth. No, I don't see that happening. In order for that to happen, they need to get the government to do anything. So, good luck with that. Yeah, our government's been in a whole ass deadlock for just what, going on 15 years? Not a damn thing. But that's dangerously close to politics, Taco. We don't do politics stuff here. So, you know what game I really want to play, but I kind of heard recently that it was a little on the disappointing side. Actually, was the new Sonic Racing game. Was it Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? I think it's called. I've been wanting to play that for the Switch. I haven't got my hands on it yet. And I don't have a Switch 2, which means I can't play the new Mario Kart. So, like, I want to play Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I think it looks fun. I've heard kind of mixed things. Like, some people really like it, some people really don't. I don't know. But it was on my like Christmas wish list. So, you know, there's a non-zero chance that I'll get it for Christmas. If I don't, maybe I'll pick it up in the new year. We'll see what happens. I got some, you know, as always, I've got some irons in the fire. I've seen gameplay, but I haven't read or watched any reviews. Looked like people were having fun. Yeah, it looks like a fun little racer. I think it could be a good time. They had like a Nickelodeon All-Stars racing series. I think they did 3 of those games in that series. And it was like SpongeBob and the Ninja Turtles and like was it like Doug and Rugrats and shit, like, or whatever, like whatever it was. I don't remember who all the characters were. All Real Monsters, I think, were in one of them. That looked fun as hell. And I wanted to play those too. I'm always down for a good kart racer, as long as it's good though. Like, I've played some terrible ones, but you know, I love me some Mario Kart. I'm always down for a good kart racer, especially when I get together with people, because kart racers are one of those game formats where it's just really accessible. Like, you really only need to know that the right trigger is gas and the left trigger is brake and the left stick steers. Like anything beyond that is just kind of gravy. What we got here? Oh, Stardew. Nice. Some stuff here. I think. Yeah, I thought I had the turbo nozzle. There we go. This turbo nozzle is pretty great. Oh, yeah, I've got a triple nozzle too. I should be using this thing. I didn't even think about this. Oh, that's good. Good stuff. There we go. Just checking them off left and right. That one. Got that one. Oop, there's one over here. Yep. Got it. That one. There we go. Circle back around to this side, see if I missed anything major. There's that one. Let's see. That one. Oh, a little something up there. I saw that. The little stubby version of the triple nozzle is weird to me. But hey, it works, apparently. I gotta get up on that roof. All right, so let's do this. Let's hit the deck with the circular scrubber. Should make short work of our deck. That's deck with an E. And then once we get this cleaned up, we should be able to move on to the roof and start knocking down some of our last little bit. It says we're at 70%, but I think the last section is going to go pretty quickly. I don't know how like accurate that 70% is. Then again, it might be tracking progress in real time just for the overall level instead of section by section. So, I mean, it could be hyper accurate. 70% still. Yeah, I don't know. Still haven't touched the nose of that plane. Still haven't got the underside either. Let's do the underside next. Let's go extended and let's do this. You know what I'm the most excited about for next year? I have a new series of contacts in the DJ space that I want to try to work with on making some YouTube content, and possibly work with them on sponsoring some of the events that I'm planning for next year. So whether they're down to help me make some YouTube content or sponsor some events or both, I mean it's all good stuff. It's all stuff I'm excited about. But the other sort of side to that coin that I'm very excited about is that I'm finally in a position now where like I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's only a couple of pieces I need for my DJ stuff, for my loadout, my kit, that I need to pick up, and then I'm basically like in maintenance mode. Because like one of the problems I had this year is I did several very well-paying events, but then I took that money and turned it back around into equipment to be able to execute those events. But see, now I have the equipment. I don't need to buy it again as long as I take care of it, which I take care of all my stuff. I very rarely have equipment go down on me. Pause. I very rarely have equipment break. And as evidence of that, I still have a speaker that I've had in my garage. God, when did I buy that thing? I have a speaker that I think I bought in like 2011. That's still sitting in my garage, and was in a video that I did 2 years ago when I was reviewing some speakers from Mackie. I know I at least had it since 2012 because I had a photo in that same video. I found an old photo with that speaker that I was using in 2012. So that speaker actually might be older than that. It might be older than 2012 or 2011. I might have got that speaker in the 2000s. But I still have it. It still works. It sounds like ass because it's 20 years old. It's using old technology. And even for the time, it was pretty low-end technology for what it was. So, like, that speaker's never gonna sound good. I know that. I've accepted that. It served its purpose for what it was at the time. That's the sort of the takeaway here. But I still have it. So like that's a perfect example of some equipment that you know, I've had for a long time, and speakers tend to take the most abuse. They get thrown around a lot. You know, there's usually at the very end of the power chain, so they get the most power shoved through them. You know, because that's what amplifiers do, and most of the speakers I've ever owned have had built-in amplifiers. Yeah, so all that is to say, I tend to take pretty good care of my gear for the most part, and there's a lot of gear I picked up this year that I'm not gonna have to buy again anytime soon, and I'm stoked about what that means for next year, because it means I have events next year that I might actually be able to, like, you know, make money on. That's a weird idea. Making money at the thing that I've been doing for 27 plus years. That is a wild idea. Yeah, this concept where I can make money as an entertainment professional is just mind-boggling. I have no idea what I'll do with myself if I actually manage to make a living. I don't know what I would do with all my time. I wouldn't be spending nearly as much time just like stressed out and trying not to eat because food costs money, and then failing because, you know, starving is also a bad idea. I don't know. All right, let's get up on this roof. We got some roof cleaning to do. Get all up in there. Try to get in the corners here. Come on, man. Tell me that's still not enough. All right, whatever. Let's keep cruising. I want to hit the corners because those are going to be the hardest part to hit from a good angle. Somehow Blake Thrust knew all this before anyone else and destabilized the volcano a few years back trying to get some. And now I suspect that big tech are moving in to succeed where he failed. Huh. Interesting. If a one-man drill destabilized the entire volcano, imagine what an extensive mining rig would do. True. That's true. Sounds like that mining rig would probably cause some serious issues. Oh, I almost fell. Actually, hold up. Oh yeah, there's a volcano up there. Huh. Also, what's he doing up there? You get down there from there, mister. Landed on his feet even. Nice. For a moment, I thought you were talking about one of the cats, and I was gonna say I told you so. No, you know, you find the gnomes in the weirdest of places. Okay. That. And I'm gonna get this guy. There we go. Okay. Not really sure what I'm missing on those lower ones. Maybe the end caps or something, or maybe the undersides. I don't know. These upper logs seems like they're clearing okay though. So let's get that. Yep, there goes that one. Down on the crevice there. Okay. I mean, we got most of it anyway. Now this one goes all the way through to the other side, so we got to go up and around, get the rest of it. But while we're doing that, let's hit this fireplace or chimney, I guess. Stone chimney. Sure. Whatever this thing is. Let's see, and then we got this little guy. He's just a little guy. And then there's this one. Again, just a little guy. Okay. Kingdom Hearts. A little bit of Kingdom Hearts lo-fi. I think this is one of the only ones on this record that has words to it. Can't understand a single word, but that is definitely a person singing. There we go. Yeah, it's these like end cap things. See? I knew it. Yep. Ding. Watch. Ding. 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 Ding and ding. Every single one of them, all the way down. Alright, so let's get this. Prop key beam, and then Okay. Am I missing something? No, doesn't look like it. We'll get this secondary roof and then we can move on to the main roof. What the hell is his name? It's the guy from Apex Legends. I never remember his name. Whatever. I don't even remember where we got this cup from, to be honest. I don't know if it was something that my wife picked up when she was still working in the comic shop or what, but... Or maybe it was like in a loot box or something. One of those loot crate things we used to get. I don't know. Remember when loot crates were all the rage for like a couple years there? Man, I got some cool ass shit in those loot crates. Until they started to like really decline in quality. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember something about like they got bought out, and then after they got bought out, like the quality just like basically nosedived into nothing. Let's go triple wash. There we are. Let's go. We are just turbo washing everything. Down in there. Go. Which one is this? Oh, that's from Persona 4. Skyfall Stars. Yeah. Oh, man. That's another reason to be excited for 2026. Curaga's planning on releasing all 5 Persona EPs in a big 2-disc set. It's going to be so fucking good. Like, oh my God, I can't wait. That's going to be an epic release. Man, this roof is really coming along. I mean, I don't think this is going to take too much longer at all. I mean, we're already at what, 90? Yeah, 90%. No problem. There we are. Okay. I want to design a game called Side Gig. And the game combines power washing and lawn mowing and painting with a few other sort of like odds and ends, like odd jobs. And the whole thing is you're trying to save up money for like a thing, like a new motorcycle or something. I don't know. Or a bike. Maybe you're a kid trying to save up money for a bike. That's a thing. I used to do that as a kid. I mean, hell, I bought my first hockey skates by saving up my money and mowing a bunch of lawns that summer. I will never forget those skates because it was the first thing I ever bought, like with my own money that I saved and I earned. I want to say I was 12. The first time I like saved money all summer to try and save up enough for these particular skates that I really wanted. And then I wore those skates for like 2 or 3 years. Just, you know, I kind of grew into them a little bit, but yeah, no, those were excellent skates and I loved them. I think at one point I tried to get a different pair of skates and ended up going back to my original ones, even though they were getting small on me. Missed the roof completely. Man, am I a jackass. All right, let's get this step ladder. We're going to get up here so we can get high angle on this beam. Okay, get the beam. There we go. What else are we missing? We got another beam over here. Oh, yep, backside. There we go. Same thing here. Looks like we missed the underside there. And then what? Backside of this beam here. What did we miss? Missed something somewhere. Looks like it might be up top. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. No. I wonder if it's on the outside here. Can't tell where. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, underside. There we go. And then the fuselage. I thought I got this plane, but apparently I didn't. Come on, let me up there. Damn you. Nope. Okay. We're gonna use this. Oh yeah, I missed a whole spot here. There we go. gotta finish this chimney section. There we go. And of course, these big boys. Now I have the first TMNT movie in my head with Raph, when Raph goes, "Damn you!" I know the scene. I know what you're talking about. Okay. I might want to get off the scaffolding for this one, actually. Because I can't get a good enough angle to get, like, up here and get, like, oh, well, no, hang on. Wait a minute. No. Well, I got most of it. Okay. Okay, so we got that one. Just got to get this one. Okay. Looks like some spots up there. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Oh, shit, I thought I fell off. All right, let's get down in here. Get as much of this log as we can. We're gonna go all the way across with it. Yup. All the way. We're at 94%. We are so close. Really, it's just this back side of the roof, I think, is the majority of what I have left. There might be a 1 or 2 odds and ends kind of thing, but try to get this big center log before I move on down the side. I mean, we also have some scaffolding over here, so we could sit back on the scaffolding and just hit it with the turbo nozzle from a distance. That turbo nozzle does a pretty good job, honestly, because of the circular motion. So it gives you just a little bit of width that's pretty consistent because it spins fast enough that it creates more of a tube than a corkscrew. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get in the cracks. Okay. And then we'll get the rest of the log. Yep. Okay. Love that. Mm-hmm. Yup. Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting pretty close here. Just as soon as we wrap up this back side of the roof, we should be either we should be there or should be almost there. Okay, there we go. Got those. It says 99%, but it's not giving me. Usually when I get down to 99%, it gives me like the last couple of things, and it has like a little like laundry list basically, right? Of like, you need this and this and this. But I'm still not seeing that list yet, so how much is left? This one's about done, right? Okay. Did we miss one? Yeah, it looks like we missed one up here. End cap, maybe? Oh, yeah. Gotta get the ends. Both sides. Oh. That would help. There we go. Just this flap on the, looks like the tail wing. Shit. How do I get up there? I need a different, I mean, I kind of see a glowy spot. Let's see if I can hit it from here. Yeah, sorta. See if this will get me there. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go turbo nozzle. Okay, house front wall and house front window. Let's take this and put it like here-ish. See if I can get a higher angle, and maybe that'll help us identify the, oh yeah. I see the trouble spot. It's way up on top there. Okay, so there's the wall and the windows. Okay, cool. And that's the job. Oh my gosh. I didn't think we were going to get that done today. I mean, I thought we might, but I was getting concerned. It's only 9:30. Why does it feel later than that? I don't know. I don't know what time it is. I mean, I take it back. I know what time it is. I just mean like, it felt later than that. I'm a little surprised at how early this is. But okay, so let's go. We got a mining dump truck. Oh, that thing is, oh, that's one of those like massive, like super trucks where the wheels are like 10 feet tall and shit. Those things are crazy. What do we got for equipment? I got 10K to spend. I don't really like, you know, I already got the professional, the Prime Vista Pro. Don't really want the adaptable nozzle. I don't find it all that useful. So like, I think we're kind of good on spending money right now. We could do maybe like a furniture catalog, see if there's some stuff in here. Pick up that guy, pick up that guy. Still need to save up $2,000 for this rustic shelving. But otherwise, we're caught up on the furniture stuff. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today, at least. Next Wednesday, I'll be back again. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. Pacific time, right here at twitch.tv/DJ SwissPX. We are going to continue with the giant super mining truck. Should be a good time. But in the meantime, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and, stay warm. It's kind of cold and wet and shitty out right now because, it's December. And especially those of us that live here in the Pacific Northwest and or those that live in the northern Midwest. Snowhole, I'm looking at you. My hope is that you stay warm and cozy and comfortable as much as possible and that you're able to enjoy as much of your weekend as you can. And with that, I'm out. I'll see y'all next Wednesday right back here at Twitch. Whew. Man. Yeah, no, that was a satisfying way to end, I think. We got that done and then we're ready to go for the next one on the next stream. Have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me, tore me to pieces, and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned to think of all the things we've learned for the people who are still alive. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run, there is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. And while you're dying, I'll be still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive.